Love can bring out the best in you. It can make you kinder, more patient, more honest, more willing to give. But love can also become the place where you abandon yourself. You start ignoring your own peace because you are afraid of losing someone. You accept less respect than you know you deserve. You explain the same pain again and again. You wait for messages like your whole life depends on them. You let another person's mood decide whether your day feels safe. You call it love, but somewhere deep inside, you know something is wrong. Because love should open the heart. It should not make you hand over the rule of your soul. Stoicism does not teach you to become cold. It does not teach you to avoid love, hide your feelings, or treat people like they do not matter. Stoicism teaches you how to love without becoming a prisoner, how to care without begging, how to give without losing dignity, how to stay kind without becoming weak, how to let someone matter to you without making them the master of your mind. Stay with this reflection, because we are going to look at the Stoic way to love without losing yourself. You will learn why attachment can feel like love, but slowly become fear. Why trying to control another person destroys peace. Why respect matters more than attention. Why silence, distance, and rejection must be met with dignity. And how to love deeply while still standing firmly inside your own character. If you want calm, serious lessons on Stoicism, discipline, and self-control, subscribe to the channel. This is a place for people who want to train the mind, not live as slaves to fear. Now look honestly at your own heart. Have you ever cared about someone so much that you began to forget yourself? You stopped asking, "Is this good for me?" and started asking, "How do I keep them?" You stopped asking, "Am I being treated with respect?" and started asking, "What can I do so they do not leave?" You stopped asking, "What is true?" and started building stories to protect the picture you wanted to believe. This is where love becomes dangerous. Not because love is bad. Love is not bad. But when love is mixed with fear, it can make a person surrender parts of themselves one piece at a time. First, you give away your time, then your peace, then your standards, then your voice, then your self-respect. And one day, you look at yourself and wonder how you became so small inside a feeling that was supposed to make life larger. The Stoic answer begins with a simple truth. Another person can be precious to you, but they cannot become the center of your soul. No person, no matter how loved, should sit where your character belongs. You can love someone. You can care for them. You can support them. You can be loyal, patient, warm, and gentle. But your judgment must remain yours. Your dignity must remain yours. Your values must remain yours. Your peace must remain guarded by you. When you make another person the source of your entire peace, you create a fragile life. Their silence can break you. Their distance can ruin you. Their mood can control you. Their approval can lift you. Their coldness can destroy you. And suddenly, you are not loving from strength. You are clinging from fear. Stoicism asks you to notice the difference. Love says, "I care about you, and I will act with kindness and honor." Fear says, "I need you to act a certain way, or I cannot be okay." Love gives. Fear grips. Love listens. Fear watches for danger in every pause. Love respects freedom. Fear tries to manage outcomes. Love can stand in truth. Fear needs a story to survive. This difference matters because many people call attachment love. They say, "I love them so much." But what they mean is, "I am terrified of losing them." They say, "I cannot live without them." But what they mean is, "I have placed my life outside myself." They say, "I just care deeply." But what they mean is, "My peace depends on their attention." The Stoic does not mock this pain. He understands it. The heart can become deeply tied to another person. The mind can make a home out of a face, a voice, a habit, a message, a memory. When that person pulls away, it can feel like the floor has moved. But Stoicism teaches that pain is not a command. Missing someone is not a command. Desiring someone is not a command. Fear of losing someone is not a command. You can feel all of this and still choose dignity. You can hurt and still remain honorable. You can want someone and still refuse to beg. You can love someone and still refuse to abandon yourself. This is the first real lesson. Love must never become self-betrayal. If loving someone requires you to lie to yourself, something is wrong. If keeping someone requires you to bury your values, something is wrong. If peace only comes when you ignore what hurts, something is wrong. If the relationship asks you to become smaller, quieter, less honest, less alive, less yourself, then you must look clearly. Not with anger, not with drama, with clear eyes. Stoicism is not about pretending pain does not exist. It is about seeing reality without making excuses for what destroys you. Many people lose themselves because they confuse hope with truth. They do not love the person in front of them. They love the person they hope that person will become. They love the apology that has not come. They love the change that keeps being promised. They love the future version where everything is finally gentle. So they stay inside pain, not because the present is good, but because the future in their mind looks beautiful. The Stoic returns to what is real. What are their actions? How do they treat you when they are angry? Do they listen when you speak honestly? Do they respect your boundaries? Do they take responsibility? Do they bring peace more often than confusion? Do they help you become better, or do they keep pulling you away from yourself? These questions may hurt, but they are kinder than illusion. The truth that hurts today can save you from years of slow damage. The Stoic does not ask, "What do I wish this was?" He asks, "What is this?" Not "What could this become if I suffer long enough?" What is this? Not "What did they say during the warm moment?" What do they do again and again? Repeated action is a kind of truth. Believe it. The second lesson is this: do not try to control the person you love. This is difficult because love can make control look reasonable. You want them to text more, care more, explain more, change faster, choose better, love you the way you love them, see the relationship the way you see it. And some of these desires may be fair. You may have real needs. You may deserve more care, More honesty, more effort, more respect. But here is the Stoic line. You can express your needs, but you cannot force another person's will. You can speak clearly. You can set a boundary. You can choose your distance. You can decide what you will accept. But you cannot make someone become ready. You cannot make someone become honest. You cannot make someone love with the same depth. You cannot make someone value what they do not value. You cannot control the heart of another person by worrying harder. Many people waste their lives trying. They watch every sign. They study every tone. They read meaning into every delay. They try to become perfect enough to be chosen. They try to love enough for two people. But love cannot be carried by one back forever. A relationship needs two willing souls, not one person loving and one person being chased. The Stoic understands that another person's choices belong to them. This can be painful, but it is also freeing. If they choose honesty, you respond to honesty. If they choose distance, you respond to distance. If they choose respect, you meet respect. If they choose neglect, you do not pretend it is devotion. If they choose to leave, you grieve, but you do not crawl after what has decided to walk away. You do not have to hate them. You do not have to punish them. You do not have to make a scene. You simply return to what is yours. Your actions, your standards, your self-control, your next right step. This is how dignity survives disappointment. The third lesson is that attention is not the same as love. Many people confuse the two. They feel wanted when the messages come. They feel safe when the person is warm. They feel alive when they are noticed. And when attention disappears, they panic. They begin chasing the old warmth. They send one more message, then another. They explain too much. They ask for reassurance. They check for signs. They try to earn back the feeling. But attention can be unstable. Some people give it when they are lonely. Some give it when they want comfort. Some give it when it is easy. Some give it when they fear losing access. Some give it in bursts, then take it away. Real love is deeper than attention. Love is shown in respect, consistency, care, truth, patience, responsibility, the willingness to protect what is sacred between two people. If someone gives you attention but not respect, do not call it love. If someone gives you sweet words but no honest action, do not call it love. If someone gives you warmth only when you stop asking for truth, do not call it love. The Stoic does not become drunk on small signs. He watches the whole pattern. A single warm day does not erase a season of coldness. A kind word does not erase repeated disrespect. A promise does not erase a habit. This does not mean people cannot change. People can change, but change has a shape. It shows itself in action. It becomes steady. It takes responsibility. It does not ask you to forget the wound while it keeps using the same knife. Love without self-respect becomes hunger. And hunger will eat almost anything. The Stoic learns to ask, am I being loved or am I being kept? Am I being respected or only noticed? Am I at peace, or only relieved when they are kind? This honesty can feel like a blade, but it cuts the chain. The fourth lesson is that boundaries are part of love. Many people think a boundary means love is failing. They think if they really loved someone, they would be endlessly patient, endlessly available, endlessly forgiving, endlessly silent. But endless access is not love. Sometimes it is fear wearing a soft face. A boundary says, I care, but I will not abandon myself. A boundary says, I can love you, but I cannot carry your disorder for you. A boundary says, I want peace between us, but not at the cost of truth. A boundary says, this behavior cannot continue if this relationship is to remain healthy. This is not cruelty. This is clarity. The Stoic does not set boundaries to punish. He sets them to protect what is right. If someone speaks to you with contempt, you can say, do not speak to me that way. If someone keeps breaking trust, you can change how much access they have. If someone refuses honest conversation, you can stop begging for one. If someone only values you when you have no needs, you can stop calling that love. Boundaries should be calm when possible. Clear, firm, not full of threats, not full of speeches, not designed to wound. A clean boundary has strength because it does not need fire to stand. It may sound like this: I care about you, but I will not stay in conversations where I am insulted. I want this to work, but I need honesty, not confusion. I am willing to listen, but I am not willing to be blamed for everything. I love you, but I cannot keep losing myself to keep this connection alive. These sentences are not cold. They are adult. They are rooted. They are the voice of someone returning to themselves. The fifth lesson is learning how to be alone without feeling empty. This may be the hidden fear behind many painful relationships. People do not only fear losing the other person. They fear meeting themselves after the other person is gone. They fear the quiet room, the empty phone, the unshared meal, the space where someone used to be. So they stay in relationships that hurt because pain with someone feels safer than silence alone. But Stoicism teaches that solitude is not an enemy. Solitude reveals the condition of your own soul. If you cannot sit with yourself, you will cling to anyone who distracts you from yourself. If you cannot bear your own silence, you may mistake any voice for love. If you do not know your own worth, you may ask another person to keep proving it to you. The Stoic trains the inner life. He learns to stand alone without collapsing. Not because he wants to be alone forever, but because he does not want fear of loneliness to choose his relationships. There is a deep difference between choosing love and needing rescue. When you can be alone, you can love more cleanly. You no longer cling from panic. You no longer accept disrespect just to avoid silence. You no longer confuse presence with peace. You can say, I want you in my life, but I do not need to lose myself to keep you there. That is a strong love, a free love, a love that breathes. The sixth lesson is that the person you love is mortal. This is not dark. It is honest. The Stoics remembered death not to make life sad, but to make it clear. Everyone you love is temporary. You are temporary too. Every conversation is part of a life that will not last forever. Every ordinary day is more fragile than it seems. When you remember this, love can become cleaner. You stop wasting so much time on pride. You stop turning small problems into wars. You stop delaying honest words. You stop assuming people will always be there. You stop treating love like ownership. Memento mori means remember death. In love, it means remember that the person before you is not a possession. They are a human being passing through time, just like you. Love them with presence, not panic, not control, not ego, not the demand that they complete you. Love them as someone mortal, someone changing, someone imperfect, someone not guaranteed. This makes patience deeper. It makes gratitude stronger. It makes foolish fights look smaller. But it also makes self-betrayal clearer. Because your life is temporary too. Do you really want to spend it begging someone to value you? Do you want to spend it shrinking to keep peace with someone who keeps breaking it? Do you want to spend it waiting for a person to become kind while you become less alive? Death is not only a reminder to love people well. It is also a reminder not to waste your life, where love has become a slow loss of self. The seventh lesson is that love must be guided by virtue. The Stoics placed virtue above everything. Wisdom, justice, courage, self-control. These are not cold words. They are the bones of a healthy love. Wisdom asks, what is true in this relationship? Not what do I wish were true. Not what am I afraid to admit. What is true? Justice asks, am I treating this person fairly, and am I being treated with fairness? Am I giving care without becoming a servant? Am I asking for respect without trying to control? Courage asks, what conversation am I avoiding? What truth must I face? What boundary must I set? What ending must I accept if the relationship keeps harming my soul? Self-control asks, can I love without panic? Can I feel jealousy without acting cruel? Can I feel fear without begging? Can I feel desire without losing judgment? Can I feel pain without turning it into revenge? This is what Stoic love looks like. Not stone, not ice, not distance for the sake of pride, but love with a spine. Love guided by wisdom. Love protected by courage. Love softened by justice. Love steadied by self-control. A relationship without virtue becomes a storm of need. A relationship with virtue becomes a place where two people can grow without devouring each other. This is what you should seek. Not perfect love. Perfect love does not exist. Seek honest love, steady love, responsible love, love where truth is safe, love where peace does not require silence about pain, love where both people can be fully human without using that humanity as an excuse for cruelty. And if you want to give love, give it this way too. Do not only ask whether they are good for you. Ask whether you are acting with virtue toward them. Are you honest? Are you patient? Are you fair? Are you controlling? Are you punishing them for wounds they did not cause? Are you using love as a way to escape yourself? Stoicism does not only protect you from others, it also protects others from the untrained parts of you. That is real maturity. The eighth lesson is knowing when to let go. This may be the hardest part, because love does not always end when the relationship becomes harmful. Sometimes love remains, even when trust is broken, even when respect is gone, even when the pattern is clear, even when your mind knows what your heart does not want to accept. This is where people suffer deeply. They think, if I still love them, I must stay. But love alone is not always enough. You can love someone and still know the relationship is damaging you. You can love someone and still need distance. You can love someone and still choose peace. You can love someone and still let them go. Letting go does not mean the love was fake. It means your soul is not a place for endless harm. The Stoic does not let emotion alone decide the path. He listens to reason. He watches actions. He honors truth. He accepts what is real. If someone keeps choosing distance, accept the distance. If someone keeps choosing disrespect, accept what their actions reveal. If someone keeps breaking trust, accept that trust cannot be built by your hope alone. If someone leaves, accept that love cannot force a closed door to open. Acceptance does not mean you feel nothing. You may grieve. You may miss them. You may feel lost. You may wake up with the old urge to reach for them. But the Stoic says, I can feel pain and still not return to what destroys me. That sentence can save your dignity. I can feel pain and still not return to what destroys me. Say it when you are tempted to beg. Say it when you want to reopen the same wound. Say it when loneliness tries to make the past look better than it was. Say it when your heart remembers the good and forgets the cost. Letting go is not always one dramatic moment. Sometimes it is a daily practice. Today I will not chase. Today I will not argue with reality. Today I will not trade my peace for a few crumbs of attention. Today I will return to myself. And tomorrow again. This is how the chain weakens. Not all at once, but link by link. The ninth lesson is to keep your center. In any relationship, ask yourself, am I still living from my center? Or have I moved my center into someone else? Your center is your character, your values, your calm judgment, your duty, your self-respect, your ability to act from wisdom instead of fear. When your center is strong, you can love without becoming desperate. You can care without controlling. You can give without begging to be repaid. You can lose without becoming ruined. You can stay without becoming smaller. You can leave without becoming cruel. But when your center is weak, everything becomes a threat. A delayed message becomes panic. A change in tone becomes a disaster. A disagreement becomes fear of abandonment. A small conflict becomes proof that love is ending. A person's mood becomes the weather inside your chest. The Stoic does not want to live this way. He wants love, but he also wants freedom. Not freedom from care, freedom from slavery to fear. So he returns to the center. When fear rises, return. When jealousy burns, return. When desire pulls, return. When memory hurts, return. When hope blinds, return. When rejection wounds, return. Return to what is yours. Your breath, your judgment, your next action, your standard, your dignity, your character. This is not easy, but it is possible, and each return makes you stronger. The 10th lesson is this: the right love will not require the death of your self-respect. Read that again in your mind. The right love will not require the death of your self-respect. It may challenge you. It may humble you. It may ask you to grow. It may reveal your selfishness, your impatience, your fear, your pride. Healthy love is not always comfortable, but it should not require you to live in constant self-abandonment. It should not make you betray your values to keep the peace. It should not make you afraid to speak honestly. It should not make you feel that your only role is to earn basic care. It should not make you smaller every year. The Stoic way to love is not to love less. It is to love from a stronger place. Love with open hands. Love with clear eyes. Love with a guarded center. Love without making another person responsible for the whole weight of your soul. Give what is good. Receive what is honest. Correct what can be corrected. Release what only destroys. And through all of it, do not leave yourself. Because the relationship you have with your own character follows you everywhere. Long after a message fades, long after a person's mood changes, long after a relationship ends or deepens, long after someone chooses you or does not choose you, you still have to live with the person you became while loving them. Make sure that person is someone you can respect. So as you leave this reflection, ask yourself honestly, where have I been calling fear love? Where have I been calling attachment loyalty? Where have I been accepting less than truth? Where have I been trying to control what is not mine? Where have I been losing myself to keep someone close? Do not ask these questions to punish yourself. Ask them to wake yourself up. Love is one of the most human things in life. It can be beautiful. It can be painful. It can teach you patience, courage, honesty, and humility. But love should not turn you into a stranger to your own soul. So love deeply, but do not beg. Care fully, but do not crawl. Give honestly, but do not disappear. Stay soft, but keep your spine. And if someone must be lost for you to return to yourself, then let the loss hurt. Let it teach. Let it clear the fog. Let it bring you home. The Stoic way is not to close the heart. It is to place wisdom at the door. If this reflection helped you, subscribe to the channel. Not for noise, not for empty comfort, but for calm Stoic lessons that help you build discipline, strength, and self-control one day at a time. Until the next one, guard your heart carefully. Love should make you more human, not less yourself.